Listen to me right now because I am absolutely stunned. I am flabbergasted, and quite frankly, I am disgusted by the rumors swirling around Thousand Oaks today. We are talking about a man who just gave his heart and soul to this offense. A player who led our tight ends in every major category, while the stars were sidelined. And now they want to treat him like yesterday's trash. It is absolute madness, Rams fans. This news changes everything we thought about this season, and you better buckle up because the internal drama is reaching a boiling point right now. Before I lose my mind completely, we are on a mission to hit 3,000 subscribers and build the strongest tribe in the NFL. So hit that button because we need your voice in this fight for the soul of our team. Now, let's talk about Colby Parkinson, because this man is the definition of grit, the definition of a professional who stepped up when the lights were the brightest. We are talking about a 6'7" monster who caught 43 balls, racked up over 400 yards, and hauled in 8 touchdowns. 8. He was the primary target for Matthew Stafford when the chips were down. But suddenly, the narrative is shifting in a way that makes my blood boil. You see, the front office is looking at the numbers on a spreadsheet instead of the production on the field, and that is a dangerous game to play. How can you look at a guy who just had a career year and say, you know what? Maybe we don't need you anymore. It is disrespectful. It is cold-blooded. And it is exactly why the NFL is a business that breaks your heart. Parkinson didn't just play football. He saved our season when Tyler Higbee went down, showing a level of chemistry with Stafford that usually takes years to build. He was the security blanket, the red zone threat, the guy who made the tough catches in traffic while the rest of the league was sleeping on him. But now, because we have been hoarding tight ends like they are gold bars in a vault, his spot is suddenly under fire. Do the Rams really think they can just replace that kind of production with a rookie or a guy coming off a major injury? Are we really going to gamble with the chemistry of the best passing attack in the league just to save a few bucks? It makes me sick to my stomach, truly. We are talking about a player who has proven his worth, who has earned his stripes in the trenches. And now he is being listed as a surprise cut candidate. This isn't just news. It is a betrayal of the work he put in. We are building this tribe together to stand against these ridiculous moves. And I need you to stay with me as we uncover this mess. But hold on, because the plot thickens and the air gets even thinner. According to the reports coming out of the national media, the Rams might actually pull the trigger on cutting Colby Parkinson before the season even kicks off. And why? Money. Pure, unadulterated cold hard cash. They are looking at a $7 million savings if they show him the door. And in the world of salary caps, that is a number that makes general managers salivate. But at what cost to the locker room? At what cost to the soul of this team? They don't want you to focus on the chemistry. They want you to look at the cap space. But I am telling you right now that $7 million cannot buy the trust that Parkinson earned from his teammates. It is a ridiculous situation where a player does everything right, performs at the highest level of his career, and still finds himself on the chopping block. It is a nightmare scenario for a veteran who thought he found a home in Los Angeles. I'm sitting here wondering if Les Snead and Sean McVay have lost their collective minds or if they truly believe they have found lightning in a bottle elsewhere. The pressure is mounting, the clock is ticking, and the reality is starting to set in that our tight end room is becoming a crowded house where someone has to be evicted. It is gut-wrenching to think that the reward for excellence is a pink slip. We are witnessing the dark side of the league where loyalty is a luxury that teams think they can't afford anymore. They are stacking the deck, loading up on young talent like Terrence Ferguson and Max Clare, essentially telling the veterans that their time is up before it even truly began. It is a calculated, cold, and potentially catastrophic move that could disrupt everything we are building. I am telling you, the vibe in that facility has to be tense, because nobody is safe when the front office starts looking at players as mere assets instead of human beings who bled for the jersey. This is the raw truth that they don't want to talk about in the press conferences. But we are going to shout it from the rooftops because this fan base deserves to know the stakes. Now let's look at the elephant in the room, and his name is Tyler Higbee. The man is a legend, a Super Bowl champion, the heart of this position group for years, and he is coming back with a brand new extension in his pocket. That is the catalyst. That is the spark that started this entire fire. When Higbee is healthy, he is the undisputed king of the tight ends in Los Angeles, and that leaves Parkinson in a very precarious position. We have a 6-deep room right now, a crowded house of talent that is honestly overflowing with potential. But potential doesn't win playoff games. Experience does. Reliability does. And while I love Tyler Higbee as much as the next guy, We have to be honest about the injury history and the recovery process. Can we really afford to let Parkinson walk when we don't know if Higbee will be the same explosive player he was before? It is a high-stakes gamble, a game of Russian roulette with the depth chart that could leave us exposed when the season gets tough. Think about the redemption arc for a second. Imagine if we keep Parkinson. Imagine if we run those heavy two tight end sets that Sean McVay loves, and we absolutely bully the rest of the league into submission. That is the dream. That is the vision of a dynasty. But the disaster scenario. We cut Parkinson to save money, Higbee struggles to find his rhythm, the rookies hit the wall, and suddenly Matthew Stafford is looking around for a target that isn't there. That is how seasons die. That is how championships slip through your fingers like sand. I am your insider, your best friend in this journey, and I am telling you that I am terrified of this move. I see the talent in Davis Allen, I see the hype around the new kids, but I also see the production that is already in the building. Why fix something that isn't broken? Why toss away a proven weapon when we are trying to climb back to the top of the mountain? It is a decision that will define this offseason and potentially the legacy of this coaching staff, because the margin for error in this league is razor thin. Unbelievable. Seriously, I am sitting here losing my mind just thinking about the logic behind this. We are talking about the #1 passing attack in the entire league last year, a juggernaut that terrified defenses, and Colby Parkinson was a massive part of that success. You don't just stumble into 8 touchdowns by accident. That takes precision, it takes timing, and it takes a coach who knows how to utilize your specific skill set. But here is the secret theory that nobody is talking about, something that only a true, die-hard Rams fan would understand. Maybe, just maybe, McVay is planning a schematic revolution that makes a traditional tight end like Parkinson obsolete. Maybe they are going so fast, so small, and so versatile that they don't value the traditional 6'7" frame as much as they used to. But I don't buy it. I refuse to believe that size and reliable hands have gone out of style in the modern NFL. It's a joke, a total farce. I'm looking at the landscape of the NFC West and I see monsters on every defense. I see pass rushers that require a big body to chip and block, and I see red zones that get tighter every single year. If we lose that height, if we lose that veteran presence, we are handing a gift to our rivals on a silver platter. I'm feeling the heat, I'm feeling the urgency, because this isn't just a roster move. It is a statement of intent. It tells the league that we value flexibility over established production, and that is a bold, dangerous line to walk. Every time I think about that $7 million figure, I get even more frustrated. Is our ambition so small that we are counting pennies while we should be counting rings? This team is supposed to be in win-now mode, not in save for a rainy day mode. We have Stafford, we have Kupp, we have Puka, and we should have every weapon available to make this a historic run. I am telling you, if I see Parkinson in another jersey catching touchdowns against us, I am going to lose it. I am losing my mind over the possibility of this disaster. It is explosive, it is ridiculous, and it is happening right in front of us. This is the moment of truth, the crossroad where the Los Angeles Rams have to decide who they want to be. Are we the aggressive, forward-thinking organization that values the players who get the job done? Or are we becoming just another franchise that prioritizes the bottom line over the scoreboard? The vision of the future should be clear. It should be a vision of a loaded offense with multiple tight ends creating mismatches that keep defensive coordinators awake at night. It should be a vision of Colby Parkinson and Tyler Higbee together, forming a twin tower duo that dominates the middle of the field. That is the path to glory. That is the path to another parade in the streets of Los Angeles. But if we take the other road, if we let the accountants make the decisions instead of the coaches, we are asking for trouble. I want to see your fire in the comments right now. I want to know if you are as outraged as I am, or if you think I am overreacting to a simple business move. Is this our year to reclaim the throne, or are we being let down by a front office that is overthinking the room? Don't just give me a thumbs up, give me your soul. Tell me if you believe in the chemistry of this team, or if you are ready to gamble it all on the unknown. We are building something special here, a community of the most passionate fans on the planet, and your voice is the fuel that keeps this fire burning. We are at 3,000 subscribers and climbing, and we won't stop until everyone knows that the Rams fans are the loudest and the proudest. This is our team. This is our house, and we will not stay silent while big decisions are being made. I am looking for the real ones, the ones who bleed blue and gold, to stand up and be heard. We are going to watch this situation like a hawk because every move matters, every cut hurts, and every win belongs to us. Stay locked in, stay passionate, and never forget who we are. We are the heart of this franchise, and we deserve a team that fights as hard as we do. Rams House.